Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Effectuality here. We're on the Nimbuscraft server playing some natural magic. A lot has happened since the last time I recorded. There was a little bit of an issue with rendering and stuff like that. Kind of put me off for a bit until I had it sorted out, which I do now. And quite a bit of other stuff has gone on inside the game. So the first thing is I've gotten a lot further with my magic. So I actually have a few little spell books down here, and if you look in the top left corner of the screen, you can see, oh yeah, and I can fly. I really just ruined the grand reveal on that one. But anyway, you can see I've got some spells. I've kind of just organized them into an offensive spell book, a healing one, and a utility one. And this utility one has a spell that I'm really happy with. You can see the entire town here now is completely lit up, and that is down to, whoa, hang on, where did that land? You're not my friend, go away. Moonstone, yes. Ah, that's not even Moonstone. Wow, congratulations. Oh, that sounded close as well. Anyway, before nighttime runs out and we miss out on the cool stuff, I have a new spell, and it lights things up. And you might be able to see that over there we've got a witchwood that's nice and illuminated. So that is due to this little spell here. So I can basically just fire it off, and it costs me nothing but mana. And it just lights the whole place up, and it's really cool. Oh, I think we might have found out where that other meteor just sat. Can we see anything? Is there anything good here? Wow, that was huge! Okay, let's have a bit of a look here. I really want to find myself some red gems, because there's actually a machine you can use. That's really annoying. Sorry, hang on. Much better. There's a machine you can use to stop these meteors from hitting where you are, which is really handy, and it's supposed to be in hot ones. So if I just keep praying, yes, that's what I want. I want those. What do I not need? A skull. Cool. Okay, more of those the better. Let's just keep breaking some blocks. But yeah, so I can use this to stop meteorites hitting my base, essentially, which is good, because I have had one of these things hit a base of mine when I was playing it in single player, and it left a hell of a hole. I mean, I lost all of the chests that I had stuff saved up in, I lost my crafting altar. It was not a good time. It was funny, but even so, I'd like to be able to keep my stuff. So in this one, I'm going to be trying to make sure that I can get those red gems. Red gems will keep me safe. And you can only get them from the hot ones. I don't know if I mentioned that. Probably did. Okay, look, we should carry on. So, got a cool spell. Cool spell does cool things, lights things up. You can actually see basically this whole forest here and town has been lit up with these little mage lights. If we come on over this way, and we'll come a little closer, and there's one mage light. So they stay forever. They keep everything lit up just as well as a torch does. I think you can't even see them from further away. It's not until you start to get actually close that you can see the little animations, so that's quite cool as well. It means that when you're going around the place, you don't see a whole lot of ugly torches making the landscape less beautiful. But anyway, back to what we're doing today. I've got myself a little tower here. A little mage tower. Came from our fort that we destroyed, conquered, whatever you want to call it. Made myself a crafting altar, made some spells and all of that there. And now I'm actually ready to move on. I have found a castle. Nico's already conquered it, so it's basically just sitting there waiting for somebody to come and take it, and that someone is me. If we go there now, here's the castle in all its glory. It's really cool, man. It's such a cool structure. I'm loving these mods. So I've got myself a little Ethereum fountain. That's cool. I think I might make a few more of those. I'm right on the edge of a nasty swamp and a nice swamp. And the nice swamp has this cool little meteor crash site that's turned this tree into some sort of special waterfall. I really like it. I think it's cool. I might do something with that later on. But anyway, this is the castle. This has got heaps of rooms for crafting spells and all sorts of things with mods. You can see as well if I come in through here. Yeah, I've already come and lit this place up a little bit. There's portal rooms and stuff already. There's forges. There's lots to play with, so I'm looking forward to having a bit of a muck around with this one. But what I want to do first is up the top here, right at the very top. So I want to put a obelisk here, and this obelisk is about collecting light. So anytime it's daytime and I'm nearby, this thing will be collecting up some Ethereum energy, which is going to be used in spells later on, so I might as well get that done now. I've also got over here where it's quite dark at night time. I'm deliberately going to keep this place not lit up, because over here I'm going to put down an altar. I forget what we call it. It's like the evil version. It draws in nearby mobs and kills them, and that gives me another type of energy that I'll be using, dark Ethereum energy. And then I'll also have my neutral, I think it is, or neutral, natural, one of the two, obelisk, and that'll give me neutral energy, and that will be in here. So I haven't actually set this up yet. I've just put some blocks down. This is just going to be my sort of temporary starting area for playing around with this place, because this still isn't all lit up, and every now and then I get mobs find me even in here. So I will go and light it all up, and I've got some interdiction torches as well, which stop spawns from what I can gather. So that'll be really good. I can spam a few of those around here, basically stop myself from getting mob spawns at all in this little area. I hope I'll have to kind of figure out how far out I need to stick this evil shriney thing so that I don't just not get any spawns. But yeah, I have something that's going to go in here soon too. I kind of don't want to ruin the surprise yet. A few people on the server have already got what I'm talking about, but it'll be nice to have my own. I'm going to make a cut and come back when I'm actually ready to craft up a couple of these little obelisks. Oh, this is the meteor shit that I was talking about anyway, so I can put that in there. And I think I've just doubled the block range that this thing protects against. I think it goes up to about 300 and something in the end when you get all the power levels. But basically you just keep feeding it these red meteor gems. It'll keep up in the power level, and eventually you'll be really, really safe. I think for now I've pretty well protected this whole area. I'm probably going to steal that though and take it over to the new place. But never mind. So what I need is... should I break this yet? No, I think I'll just see if I can get some more diamonds. How many have I got now? 36. That is literally the perfect amount. I do like when things work like that. Cool. 4 blocks of diamond. I need some quartz as well. Things are really messy in here right now. I wonder if I might just... I made some backpacks just to hold some things. These mana beans, just gonna pop them in there. We'll come back to them later. And then, tell you what, man, there's storage is a thing. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stick an obelisk down here. We go use our little magical chalk. which is quite conveniently repaired by one of the artifacts that I'm holding on to while I do this. So that's awesome. Here I went and crafted about 3 of these, figuring I was going to run out of them, and this one's just going to keep on repairing itself. So that's cool. So we craft this, we draw this little X out with the mage chalk, and then we stick a warding candle here, 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 and here. And then what we need to do next is we have to throw in a moonstone and a mana focus. We just throw them out over here like that. And then quite convenient that I've got this little spell already, because I fire this into there. Aha, cool. Celestial Prism. That is really cool. So that's what's going to be generating Ethereum for us. And we're going to beef this up a little bit too. So I believe we go out to here. Does that look right? Yeah, pretty sure that's it. Okay, so we make a little bit of a thing like that, and it goes one more of those, there, there. We're going to use diamond blocks on top. That helps to make it all more powerful. And then the wizard's chalk goes around in a circle. And I don't know if this sort of does anything to say that it's done. It sure doesn't look like it. I might just... Whoa. Right, wrong book. Okay, let's just check the Arcana Compendium here. So if we go Celestial Prism, I would say that's exactly what it needs to be. You will know it is generating when rooms power. Yep, we got that. And the first is a wizard's chalk circle. Increase the amount of power. Second will increase the rate at which power is generated. We can use moonstone caps later on, and that will switch it over to generating at nighttime, which is pretty cool. I'm going to stick with this. I'm just going to assume that this is done. I mean, yeah, that's the way that it says to do it in the book. Book's never wrong. Cool, right. First one done. Okay, so for the Dark Aurum, I think it's supposed to be called, for that we actually need to craft a new spell. And it's a pretty simple spell. It's just a fireball, basically, a fireball projectile. So we stick our spell, which we created over here. Basically go into this, you want to pick projectile. Oops, you got to drag that down. And then you pick what kind of spell you're looking at doing. So, for example, if I put that down here, that's a projectile spell with fire damage on it. If I then put this one down as well, then it's going to cause fire damage and it's going to disarm my opponent. So that's pretty cool, but it's not what we need right now, so we're just going to keep it at that. That's what I've gone and made ahead of time, put it on the lectern, and then when you open this up, you can see what you need to make this work. And basically those ingredients there, you just throw them down in the middle. So blank rune is always what you use to start, so we'll throw that out and you can see stuff starts to happen. I need a couple of Vintium dust as well. I'm pretty sure I put them in here. Cool. Okay, so we go and throw a Vintium dust out. Next it wants an arrow and a snowball. Arrow and snowball are always necessary for projectile spells. We throw a red rune in there and a flint of steel. That is obviously the fire part of the spell. A bit more Vintium dust, and you always finish up with a spell parchment, and then that will drop with a little jingle our new spell. And if I pick this up, You can see it's a little flaming spell there. First time you right click it, I already named it when I put it in the little thing over on the side there on the inscription table. And now we just have to pick an icon for it. Being that it's just a little basic spell, we're going to go for the little one of these little fire looking things, and then we just hit escape. And that is my new spell. Cool, man. I don't think it lights things on fire. No. So it's like a damage type spell. There is another addition that you can get, another shape I think it's called, that you can get for casting... Wait, we'll just check it out. So that's the fire damage, that's the one that I just got, and then this next one, ignition. If I learn that, which I can, I've got a few points, but I'm holding on to them for now. There's a couple of things that I'm looking out for. If I get that, then whatever I hit will be set alight. So that's pretty cool. That could be handy later on, especially for dispatching some mobs, unless we're in the nether. But now that I've got this is fired into the spell, same as, or fired into the obelisk, I should say, same as we did just then for the light crystal. So I need to make another obelisk, and that's pretty easy if I have the bits. Have one of those. Let's just make sure I'm getting this right. Okay, takes a little bit more Vintium. Okay, so we're pretty much ready to do this whole dark aurum. We need to stick our warning candles here, like that. And then we're going to fire a firebolt straight into this thing, like that. Ah, no wait, I'm missing a couple of important ingredients. There is also a spider that's not supposed to be here. He's ruining it, man. He's ruining it. Okay, the Enderman can stay. I kind of want to see if he dies. Okay, so I need to throw in a piece of sunstone. One of those, and this monster focus. So we'll just throw those down inside there, like that, and now fire. That sunstone might be a bit high. Let's just try that again, shall we? One piece of that into there, and fire. I'm doing this wrong. Okay, so if I've done this right, I've thrown in my monster focus and a sunstone with this shape here. Pretty sure the chalk's all in there, certainly appears to be. Aha! Wow. That's kind of scary looking, I like it. Okay. So let's do the same thing here again. We will surround this in Wizard's Chalk, and that gives us our first upgrade to this. And then the next thing we need to do is a little bit of nether brick and sunstone blocks, just to increase the capacity of this thing completely. So I've got some nether brick. It is hiding over at the Mage's Tower. There we are. I'm going to need 8 of those. We might as well craft up these sunstone blocks while I'm here. I'll just take a bunch. And then we'll go back and we will get this dark aurum finished. And then I think it's getting pretty late, so that'll probably be the end of recording for now. But so far, I mean, basically this was more of a catch-up episode, just to get everybody back up to speed with where I'm at right now. Um, as you can see, we've started to make a bit of progress here. I feel like I've got some good amount of levels with my magic, starting to unlock some pretty cool spells, and starting to really figure out the whole Ars Magica mod, I guess. There is one thing that I'll show you before I go, and that is this little thing that I made over in here that I'm looking forward to using. So this is basically a replacement for a forge. Calefactor, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, we chuck our ores inside here, and there's a chance that it'll create Vintium dust as well as what it's actually making. So I don't remember exactly how you power it. There's something to do with these Ethereum, and that's why I've been making these. So we will see in the next episode. We'll get this thing going, and we'll be able to make up some pretty cool stuff and things. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time.